Welcome back, everybody, to Broken Bones Barbecue. My name is Albert. I'm going to be your pit master. In today's episode, we're going to be making up some beautiful dinosaur beef short ribs. Went to H-E-B this morning and got them, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to teach you guys how to clean them and how to season them. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll be right back. And these are a little bit smaller than the ones that I did on the first video, but I want you to see this one has the fat cap already on it still. And so what we want to do is we want to take off this fat cap and we want to expose as much meat as possible. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take our knife and we're going to start just trimming away all this fat here. You kind of want to start at in the middle and work your way down and into these ribs. You want to make sure you don't expose too much of the meat either. So once you get to your meat, that's where you're going to start going underneath it. Just barely picking it up and pulling it as you're cutting, because you don't want to, like I say, take off too much meat. And sometimes this is going to take you quite a bit of time, but you want to make sure that you get this off. If not, your ribs are going to come out dry. You're not going to be able to get any flavor in there as far as getting your rubs or smoke in there. And so as you can see, I exposed this meat right here. I'm going to go ahead and finish trimming this beef short rib. And we're going to take a break while I finish trimming that. And then y'all come back. Back to Broken Bones Barbecue. I've trimmed up my beef rib. I've taken off a lot of the fat that has been on top. And then also that silver skin. The reason why I did that is because if you leave that silver skin on, your beef rib is going to be tough. You're not going to be able to get a good bite, and it's just not gonna penetrate your seasonings, won't penetrate into the meat, and you won't get that smoke ring. So you want to remove the fat cap and the silver skin that is on your beef rib, as you can tell. And that's what I've done. I haven't trimmed this one up yet, but as you can see from the plastic that the silver skin and the fat is still on this one. So I'm gonna trim this one up after I go ahead and show you guys how to make your seasoning. And so what I want to do first is I want to make a baste for this rib, and I'm going to do that with classic olive oil and some Worcestershire sauce. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get my rub started up. So it's just a simple rub, 4 ingredients: kosher salt, black pepper, granulated garlic, and onion powder. And we're going to use a ratio of 2 tablespoons of our kosher salt. Let me just set this out of the way here so I can show you how to do the rub. Okay, that's 1. 2, and then also the same. You want to do the same amount of salt to pepper ratio. So that was 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. So it's going to be 2 tablespoons of black pepper. This is the McCormick's coarse ground black pepper. And then you're going to do 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons, teaspoons of the granulated garlic. So 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic. And then 2 teaspoons of the onion powder. And so that's it for this rub. 4 simple ingredients. We're gonna mix it up, get it all mixed in good. I got some new bowls thanks to my wife. And of course, remember, with your salt, it stays on the top, so you're gonna want to get it good and mixed up. But I'm gonna show you guys how to make the base that's gonna go on it to bind this meat together. So you're just gonna take about 1 tablespoon of olive oil and 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And I'm going to use this as the bind to get that meat to stay on there. And I did move inside because it is hot outside. So you're just going to mix it up You're gonna baste your meat, your ribs, with that mixture of olive oil and Worcestershire sauce. And you don't need to put it on the bottom because we're not going to be eating the bottom. You're not going to really season the bottom of it, so just want to season that top part. Get the sides, get the top, everything. You can use the whole thing. Pour it on there, get it good. Let it sit in for about a minute or so. And then we're going to continue to mix up our seasonings here. Okay, it's been sitting for about a minute and a half. So we're gonna go ahead and add our seasoning. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on the back side. And you don't want to take off that membrane because this is going to hold your ribs together. And so on the back, you don't need a lot because it's just going to end up burning off. But you do just want to put a little bit on there. Now you want to get this rib meat that's there. Okay. And we're going to turn it back over. Give it a good mix up. And then start seasoning our rib. Make sure you keep that salt stirred up because it's going to go on the top and then you're going to get nothing but salt out. And you're going to leave all your pepper and your garlic on the bottom. Now, this is a big old piece of beef, so we could take the salt. And I made it enough to do 2 racks. So you're going to take it up on the side. Remember to get your olive oil and your Worcestershire sauce on that one, and make sure you season the sides too. This whole thing needs to be seasoned. If you see red, put some rub. Just pat it down. This is a Texas seasoning. In Texas, you like salt, pepper, garlic, and onion. Well, South Texas. Salt, pepper, garlic, and onion. Okay. So, our rib has been seasoned. And I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. Just going to tap it down. You don't want to rub it in because even though it's called a rub, that's not what you want to do because then it's going to clump up. So that, my friends, is how you season the beef short ribs or dinosaur ribs. And we're going to go ahead and take a break. I'm going to trim up the other one, get it seasoned, and get them on the pit. My fire's already lit. I'm running the B&B charcoal today with some mesquite and pecan wood. And so when I go ahead and get these on, I'll go ahead and come back to you guys. All right, Broken Bones Barbecue. We're going to go ahead and put our beef ribs on here. We got your fire lit with some B&B lump charcoal. That's what I used for the ribs and the tomahawk in the last episode. And but today we're going to be doing these awesome beef ribs. So we're going to hope they come out good. I have some little chips of mesquite thrown in there. And I'm also going to be adding some pecan wood in there to give it that smoke that I want today. And so our deflector plates in. We're going to go ahead and put our ribs on there. Alright. Come on, somebody. So we're going to have to go ahead and put in and get the door closed. We're going to let those cook for about 3 hours. And then we're going to wrap them in foil. And so I'm going to go ahead and close the door. We'll be back about in an hour and a half to check on them. Maybe spray them down. And let's see how that bark's getting on top. Okay, guys. Well, y'all stay tuned. Right now, guys, this is a good time to go ahead and subscribe. Hit hit that like button, and if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down. And remember, all this is brought to you by the blood of Jesus Christ, because without the blood of Christ, I wouldn't be here today. And so you guys stay tuned, and when we come back, we'll go ahead and check them and see what they look like. Go ahead and check the internal temp, see what they are. I'm just gonna open up a little bit here. Don't want to get it too much. Oh man, they're falling off the bone. Yee! The internal temperature. $211. So these ribs are done. They're falling off the bone. 208, 210. Let me see if you can get a good picture there. I'm gonna zoom in. Yeah, look at that. Come on, somebody. 209, 210. Perfect. These ribs are done. I'm gonna let them rest for about 30 minutes. And then we're gonna cut into them and see if I got the smoke ring and the flavor profile that I was looking for in this cook. This was a hot and fast cook, so let's see how they turn out. Okay guys, well you stay tuned and we'll be back with you shortly. Broken Bones Barbecue. We have Pastor Jerry. He's gonna be our taste tester for today. And in this cook, these ribs fell completely off the bone when I took them out. So I know they're done, I know they're tender. I just want to see the smoke ring and the flavor profile that we got. Now just to recap, we cooked these. We put them on at 2:30. Well, it was around 3 when we got them on. So we smoked them till about 5:30, 5:45, and then I wrapped them in foil. And then I finished them off till 7 at 2:50. And then I took them out and they've been resting ever since. So they've been resting for about a good 30, 45 minutes. And so we're gonna cut into it and see what they look like. Look at that. They just fell right off the bone. So there's only one actual rib left that's on there. So you can tell that smoke ring. Let me just zoom that in real quick. Where's it at? There we go. There's that smoke ring all the way around. And let's see the juices. That meat is heavy. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna see about the juices. Let me zoom it down here real quick. I'm gonna zoom in. Zoom in. Got a beautiful smoke ring. We're gonna see how juicy that is. You can see the juice coming out a little bit right there. So, here we go, Pastor Jay. You get the first, the whole thing. So you get to take the first bite. Hold on, let me get it up. Where are you? Let's zoom in and zoom out. There you go.
Alright, so let's, where are we at?
Right there.
We go. Taking the first bite.
Show it to the camera. How did it bite out? Huh? What do you think?
Delicious. Delicious.
Where is he? Right there. Let me try a piece. Let me get a piece off of here. Got it? Man, look at that smoke ring. Woo! Where is it?
That's what you call a delicious rib. You need to try this. Get your barbecue pit going. Follow the instructions. And before you know it, you're going to be tasting some good meat.
It was a really good cook. Come on, somebody. God bless you. Have a good night. Stay tuned for more episodes of Broken Bones Barbecue. Remember, smash that like button and subscribe.